the ROPS letter?
Yeah,
Do you have-
I haven't seen it myself.
By
So.
West, it's not good news.
Yes, I pulled it.
Thank you.
Hi, Debra.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council. So yesterday evening, we received the letter from the Department of Finance regarding their review of ROPS 4, or the ROPS that covers July through December 2013. They had several adjustments that they are proposing. Some of them have to do with the timing in the law, and they're stating that we have to bring some things back. That has to do with the payment of the CRAF money. They want us to bring that back on a future ROPS. Also, the ECCL agreement that we had put on there, they said it's too soon for them to act on that, that we need to bring it back at a future ROPS. Also, they have consistently noted that the law says if the city has become the successor, the housing successor, that we are responsible for all of those properties, all the monitoring of those properties, all the maintenance of those properties. So they've disallowed costs that have to do with any of the properties that we've deemed to be housing properties that we've transferred to the city. And so they've disallowed almost $3 million in the total outstanding obligation. On this particular 6-month period, that was a total of $52,115 that they disallowed. Also, there was a agreement that the redevelopment agency had regarding the Amtrak train station, and they've just identified some of the terms of that agreement and made adjustments to that, which I don't think we're going to disagree with. They've determined that the legal contract that we have for our outside counsel for the oversight board should be part of the administrative cost rather than a separate line item. So in the past ROPS, if it's been approved as a separate obligation, here they're saying it's part of our administrative cost going forward. And there's another item that I think the city attorney will be reviewing. I'm not so sure about it. It's a deposit with one of the developers that we'll be looking into. Those are some of the large items that are on here being adjusted. The other thing on page 3, there's a kind of elaborate chart that has no explanation, and is what they're doing is they're saying this is the amount that you requested, and they're subtracting the items that I just talked about, but they're also adding items that has to do with our due diligence review, that we have a meet and confer, and they called me and said we were doing this so that we wouldn't be alarmed, but they're suggesting that in our due diligence review we're saying let us keep this money so that we can pay these obligations. You know, keep the money that we already have in the bank so we can pay the obligations. And in the due diligence, they said, no, give us all the money today, and we'll give it back to you in 6-month increments. So that's basically what they're doing here. They're giving it back to us in 6-month increments. So the city attorney / interim city manager and I will be going to Sacramento on Thursday to discuss those types of things with them. The other very odd thing on here that has no explanation is the very last line on their adjustments is subtracting $872,587, and I have no idea what that is. So we'll be asking them for more details on that. So we will be requesting a meet and confer.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Any questions of Debra?
Yeah, I have a question. I thought in terms of item 98 on page 2, which is the center agreement, I thought we had seen a note of that a finding of completion was coming from finance or had arrived. So I don't understand why they're kind of backtracking.
It's just a timing matter because the finding of completion will be issued to us after we make our payment on the final non-housing due diligence. Since we requested a meet and confer, that delays that timing a little bit.
Okay.
So we have not received our finding of completion yet.
Okay.
Can I just ask if your meet and confer is this Thursday on the due diligence? Is that true?
Next Thursday.
Oh, next Thursday. Then 5 days after that? Oh, no, we don't know how long they're going to take to get back to us after the meet and confer.
I believe I'm trying to remember statutorily, I think they have 45 days.
Okay.
But they're
It'll be shorter.
moving quicker because they want to see that money get distributed.
Okay,
Move to point 4.
Ruth, is there a
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor? Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, administrative item. And this is Helen Bean. Resolution of the City of Emeryville as a successor agency to the Emeryville Redevelopment Agency.